how to work smarter, not harder. And I know you've heard that saying before. How you can leverage your income. What is leveraged income? Leveraged income is when you create something once and then you get paid for it over and over and over again. When you write a book, you write the book once and then you get paid for it over and over and over again. Think about what could you do to leverage your income? Different types of leveraged in creating a podcast and getting paid for sponsorship, creating a self-study course. So it first starts by creating something that you create once and that you can sell many times over, and that doesn't require your time and energy. Though group programs are leveraging your income in a way because you're creating the program, group programs still require you to be there consistently. So we're talking about ones that you wouldn't need to put any more time into once it's done. Selling content, selling training, selling workshops, selling self-study courses, selling products, selling done-for-you swipe files. And the point of all of this is that in order to create some freedom, you can't always be attached to the service that you're providing. You can create a program or a course or a workshop, can be present for it when you create it, but then afterwards it's just the recording, or it's just the slides or the audios or the actual content, the workbooks. It doesn't mean that it's any less valuable if you create it once and then sell it many times over. They're still getting the content, and it's an incredible way to make a bigger impact because not everyone is going to be able to afford your higher end services, and maybe you can create a product or program that gets them to that next stage. What types of ways have you considered leveraging your time and income? These are the typical mistakes that I see people making when they go off to create some leveraged income. Make sure that you are actually creating something that people want. I see this all the time where people are creating something that nobody wants. When somebody writes a book, they have to put in a lot of time and energy to write that book. So if they find out after they put in the time and energy to write the book, publish the book, get it edited, and then advertise and promote about it, and they find out at the end, oh shit, no one wants to read this book, that's pretty bad. You see this with movies all the time, right? You want to make sure before anything, before you put in the time and energy, that you've done the research, that you've made sure that people actually want this course. What is the best way to do that? Best way to make sure that people actually want what you're offering is, one, to do the research, number one, but two is to create a course, workshop, book, around something that you use with your clients currently. If you've never used it to help your clients, don't create it. And then make sure that it's something you've used in the past or something that has worked for your clients. Also is a time saver if you're taking it from stuff that you already have. So I made my Making Money training through stuff that I was already using. So I took a small piece of that to make it into a tripwire, to make it into a self-study course, to make the membership area and all of the content. So it saves you time, plus it's already something you know is going to be helpful for people. Considering the price. People want to create membership areas, membership site, membership programs, or self-study programs, but they don't consider the price of what they're selling it, how many they're going to sell, and then what it costs to run it. When you put out a book, it costs money to advertise it. When you promote a course, it costs money to advertise it. Customer service costs money. The systems to actually house it cost money. So you do have to take into consideration, what is it costing you to put it out there? How much are your Facebook ads costing, or how much are your Google ads costing in order to get it in front of people? How much you're selling it for versus how much you're making and how much it's costing. Have a system that promotes and sells it. If you create something, you're not getting the word out. If you're not selling it, what was the point? People are not just going to know about it. It's the same way people don't know about your services unless you actually tell them, unless you actually promote them, unless you actually sell them. The last mistake that I see people doing, don't actually promote them and they don't have a system that sells them. Consider adding in leveraged income into your business plan and think about what you can provide to other people to help them in a way that doesn't require your time